Hey, what's up, GW coming to you live? Yeah, no, that ain't my face. That is the picture of a printer we got for Christmas, and I got a story to tell you guys. So, us and printers are not meant to be. I'm going to tell you that right now. This is the HP DeskJet 4200E. It's a do everything. It's a printer, scanner, copier, faxer, whatever it is. So, anyways. So my wife got this for Christmas. She wanted it, and my mom bought it for her. And seems simple enough. So we get it Christmas Day. So the 26th. I got up early. I was up at 3 o'clock. I was up at 3 o'clock in the morning, and I decided to hook this bad boy up and run the setup program. Well, so anyway, so what I do is I get up early in the morning and I take this thing out of the box, plug it in, and it doesn't even come with a USB cable that runs to, that you can hook into your computer. It just has a wireless thing and a plug on it. So I take everything out, put the ink cartridges in, whatever. No, I didn't put the ink cartridges in, I'm sorry. So I took them out of the box. So I plug it in and it tells me to go to 123hp.com. Okay, so I get on the computer and I go to 123hp.com, right? Well, when I get there, it has me do a setup. I said, okay. Then it stops me. As soon as I download the software and I run the setup, it says activation key. Well, I don't have one. But I do know, from other things that I've used, you have to pay for that. So let's just say that this thing's already like $80, right? So now you're spending another $40 for, the activation key. Okay, that's like $120, but I didn't buy anything. Okay, mind you. So I said, all right, I don't know what to do because I don't know if I'm going to spend money or not on this thing because I don't know. Because most setup programs, guys, they set it up, you get your little wizard there, whatever, and it just does the thing. This one, it hit the activation code wall. So I'm like, okay, that's cool. So I shut it down. I said, you know what? When my wife gets up, I'll ask her what she wants to do. I'll jump back into the installation. That was a mistake. And I'm going to tell you why. Because when she got up, I said, oh, I got your printer set up and everything, right? I said, what do you want to do? She goes, well, how much is the activation fee? I said, I don't know. Or for the code. I said, I don't know. I said, you know what? We'll set it up. So I set it up. I go to 123hp.com again. Like the instructions tell you. And for whatever reason, we kept hitting a paywall. It kept coming up with, to make this device compatible with your computer, please use the network provided. You will be charged. First of all, there was a 2-day free trial that turned into $7.99 a month. Okay, cool. Then there was another option. For like 4 months, it was like $59.99. For a year, it was like $120-something. So right now, I'm going, okay, if they want us to use their internet, HP's internet, that's like paying for 2 internet services back to back. We already have one through our local cable company, and we're spending $100 and some on that for unlimited. So Lord only knows, even if you did, hit the checkout, right, and you got the 2-day free trial, what are you going to do? Print for 2 days and that's it? Nobody uses their printer every day for a month unless you're an office person or from work. But at home, you use it sporadically. You don't use it constant, right? So we ran into that. So I says, okay. I says, let me call Armstrong, see if we can get this thing at least linked to the Plume network. And God bless this poor lady that we called yesterday morning. She tried every which way. We were on the phone for about 4.5 hours between our local cable company and HP. And I'm going to get to HP in a minute. But she tried actually getting it to, show up on her network. We tried every little troubleshooting step, nothing. She said that it's not even connecting But she can see it's causing interference with our network, and I'm like, okay. Now our router was like less than 5 feet away from this printer when it was set up. So if it was to stay there, the interference would be ungodly, and it would interfere with everything. The lady said it would interfere with our streaming services, the whole 9 yards, whatever. She says contact HP. So 2 hours on the phone with Armstrong on the 26th. This is what I'm doing. I was up at 3. It is now like 10 o'clock. I've spent 7 hours dealing with this crap. But I figured, you know what? I'm going to check it out. So I go ahead and I call HP. You can't talk to nobody from HP. You get a virtual assistant that basically tells you she's going to try everything and anything. And if that doesn't work, she's going to get a live agent on the phone. Let me tell you guys something that's bullshit. Okay? My wife kept telling her no. And we're setting it up through the computer. We're doing what she said. And we got lost. And then we go back to the website, 123hp.com, right? Because I'm deleting all these drivers. We're starting over again, right? And you know what you get hit with? Download. Every inch of the screen is covered with download icons, so you don't know what the hell you're going to download, right? So at this point, my wife's arguing with the person that's not even real. I'm about ready to throw the thing on the curb because I think it was a stupid idea to begin with. And I'm going, okay, no one can tell me what's going on. If I got a live agent on the phone, someone that is a human, not an AI, I could talk to them. But we didn't get that. Every time that this person, we would actually, mess with her. We would say, she would go, do you see a screen with a setup wizard? I'd be like, no, what the hell are you talking about? I'll be right back with that, or I'll check on that. That's what she would say. So after about 2.5 hours of messing around with it, my wife and I gave up, and she was furious. And I don't blame her. This is the third printer we've had that has gone wonky. I swear to God, there's something about it. I honestly think, guys, that there is a company that's selling... here's the best part, okay? So you remember the other printer I talked about where the serial number don't exist? That must be a constant thing. Because finally... in talking to HP, I'm sitting there screwing around. My wife is talking to him. I finally get to a setup. And I'm like, oh, we have a USB cable that'll plug right into the computer. Yeah. So I plug this stupid thing into the computer, right? Now I get, give me the pin. Well, the pin, guys, is located underneath this door. Okay? Again, I'm going to show you. It's right here. I have it boxed up, or I'd show you. So I type in the number for the pin. It's telling me pin number does not exist. Try again. Okay, so we put in the serial number. I knew that wouldn't work, but I figured it's worth a shot. Serial number. Come back. And it says it's not correct. I tried every stupid number on this machine, and again, nothing. So I exit out of that screen and I get hit with a paywall. Use HP Internet. So it takes you into a damn circle, right? So we bought this from Amazon. Thank God we didn't, give HP our money, or I'd really be pissed. So then we take a break. My wife is furious. We spent the whole day basically ticked off at this thing for no good reason, because it should have been, if it don't work, send it back. Well, we didn't do that. We tried fighting it. So then what happens, my wife calms down a little bit. She jumps on the telephone. She jumps on her smartphone, right? She goes to YouTube. Hey, very cool platform. And you know what she says? She finds out that you have to set this thing up through the damn cell phone. Well, if you look at the setup instructions, there is nothing that says that. In the guidebook, it says on your computer, go to 123hp.com. And they're telling me about a Google or an HP app. Well, you get confused because the instructions say go to 123HP. You go ahead and do that. Then the virtual lady on HP is telling me, do you go to the app? Do you see this? Do you see that? I don't know what the hell you're talking about. But now my wife figures out we can do it on the phone. So here's the best part. So I'm like, oh, okay. She downloads the app. I download the app on the phone, right? So Oh, I know. This is just Charlie's or Murphy's Law in action. I know what it is. So she downloads the app. I download the app, right? So then what happens, guys, is we go into the computer room. And I have my cell phone. She comes in with me. I says, you go ahead and try first. So we both do the setup instructions the way the video said. And all of a sudden, she gets a message, printer network out of reach. She's standing from here to here. That's less than a foot away from it. It's telling me it's out of reach. So she tries putting her phone right up on the thing, right? And her app just, it kicks her out. Like literally kicks her out of the damn app, right? I get on. I'm lucky enough to where I can get to the printer setup through my phone. And you guys see this number right here, this 4255E? I put that in there. Because it says, I looked at the list of printers. It says it's not there, so I type that in. It tells me, are you ready for this? Your printer is incompatible with setup. So, okay, now you can't set the thing up through your computer. The same computer or the same printer is not listed on the setup. And yet they want you to go through an app and everything else. And then my mom reads the Amazon reviews, right? Something we should have done, which we're going to have to pay attention to more. A lot of the Amazon reviews for this machine says that people are having the same issues that we do. So, I don't know. Now, the only thing it says here, which I'm noticing just now, as a matter of fact, stay connected with HP's best and most reliable Wi-Fi. Well, common everyday average Joe isn't going to read that. Average Joe's going to go, you know what, I need a printer, give me an HP, I'll hook it up. There's nothing that says you need to buy their Wi-Fi. There's also nothing in there that says you have to buy it to make it run. I want you to guys read this. You see what that says? Stress-free. Let me tell you something. This damn thing ain't nothing but stress. Now, I don't mean to printer bash, and I know this is the second time I've done it, but I think there's really something going on here this time. And Justin, if you see this, you can't make this crap up. I mean, I've called everybody around. I've called, like I said, I called our local cable company. I've called HP. We were on that phone. We were going round and round, and the stupid tech lady, the virtual person from HP, took us around and around in a circle. So I don't know. So I got really bored with that. It's going back, and hopefully we don't have... And I want you guys to take a look. There's 2 other printers over here that are defective junk, and I think Brother needs their head checked, for one. For 2, HP needs to quit charging people for their stupid internet, because people aren't going to pay, especially if they're paying, you know, like us, like $100-some for unlimited internet. They're not going to fork over another $70 to use HP network. I'm sorry to tell you. It's not going to happen. But anyway, then we found out another quirky thing in dealing with the HP virtual robot, whatever she was. Do you know if you guys get one of these, it will not even activate until you put the ink cartridge in, which is a pain in the tail way. It's like Tetris, but you got to have really small, teeny, tiny little fingers to get the square thing in there. I mean, the whole thing. It's going to send somebody to drink, I swear to God. But I don't know, so we're going to send this thing back, and I hope it burns in the fires of hell, to be honest with you. But if HP is going to pull this crap, I don't want to buy none of their products. I mean, the computers are good, but I'm not going to pay for internet when I already got it. I mean, that's just stupid. But on the plus side, I can't remember who's in it, but there was a movie I watched about the porn star Vanessa Del Rio. If you guys don't know her, she was pretty cool. She was a very eccentric Latin upper Manhattan adult star that was pretty wild. I mean, the movie was okay. It jumped around a little bit, but it's worth checking out if you got an hour and a half to go. I was surprised. It's not a biography. She's also written a book, and I think some of the movie stuff is taken from her book. I wish I know who's in it, and it's on Stars if you guys want to check it out. I watched it, like I said, from maybe like, oh, I was up early that day. I sent the printer up, so that was like maybe 1 to 3, and then I screwed around with this the rest of the day, so it was a really long day. And I don't know. I wanted to drop that for you because tomorrow I might sleep in. There's a pay-per-view on World's End that I'm going to watch from AEW, and I'm just going to try to relax. But this thing has been a nightmare for about 2 days, you know. And the one thing, it would be like one thing if they would tell you as soon as you open the box, you have to connect to their internet to get it to work. I guarantee you the reason they don't put that on there is because they know that their stores will be flooded with returns. The second thing is, my wife asked me, she goes, why would they do such a stupid thing? I said, because you got stupid people working for them. I mean, they're not as bad as Brother, but there's similarities. They say that this PIN number don't exist. That one, Brother is arguing with me, they don't even make this thing no more, right? Which I did a whole rant on there, and I'm done with that. And the reason that's still sitting there is because I haven't gotten the urge to beat the living hell out of it. Now this one, we're just going to return it, and hopefully the fourth one will be the charm. But you never know around here. I think somebody should start checking these, make sure there's not gremlins in there. You guys remember that Twilight Zone episode, Nightmare at 30,000 Feet, you know, with William Shatner, then again in the movie with John Lithgow? I think whatever that thing is miniaturized, that creature, and it's just doing all kinds of... It's causing mayhem and chaos is what it's doing. I think that thing's in there, guys. But I didn't want to come on here and just, you know, really be abusive. I just wanted you guys to know that, you know, yeah, the printer problem saga continues, and I really cannot make this up. My wife is furious. You know, and it's not our computer. And like I said, whenever we were on from Armstrong, I had her do a test. Everything in our printer and everything in our network checks out good. I don't understand. I just don't understand why they make things so complicated. Back in the day, you bought something, you plugged it in, you hit the power button, and it worked. Now we all got to be all fancy. We got to hit all these different things. We got to charge for our internet. No one's going to buy it. If it's complicated, people are going to stand up and tell you. I mean, I'm upset, but my wife is near oblivion. Like, she really wanted a printer that works. And after the Brother fiasco, I mean, she was looking forward for some redemption. Now she got this. But I'm sorry, guys, I don't have much of a movie review. But check out Queen of Manhattan. It's pretty cool. It's, like I said, based on Vanessa Del Rio. It's pretty cool. I did hear, too, if you write her in the fan club, she'll write you back and do a bunch of other stuff. I don't know. But it was something I was bored. I'm like, oh, let's check this out for an hour and a half. You know. So, other than that, I got nothing for you. And I hope you had a Merry Christmas, because I don't know. I had a Christmas out of left field this year. That's all I can say.